What's up, YouTube? So I'm back here on Pacific Coast Highway right now, and everything's shut off. Everything's shut down. Like, you can't. I don't even think residents can get in to Malibu right now. Everything's shut down because of the rains. All of my job sites I've been going to drop rebar and plywood and sandbags and lumber, oh man, it's been a challenge. Every single one has been extremely hard to get to. As you can see, it's Pacific Coast Highway is a straight ghost town. There's nothing going on right now. It's been extremely challenging getting in and out of Malibu because do not remove debris. Yeah, it's been really hard getting in and out after these rains. It was raining pretty heavy out here. The ocean right now is straight black. It's been really hard because Malibu Canyon or Las Virgenes is, it's completely shut down. There's no access. There's a really bad mudslide in the canyon. So there's only a couple of excavating companies out there removing the rocks and the mud. And then there's also the utility company out there. They've been working, from what I hear, 24-hour shifts just around the clock. This is the only way you can get in. Is right here off of there's actually a couple of other ways you can get in, but my truck's too big. This is the only way I can get in to Malibu is from Las Flores, or what turns into Piuma. Look, this is the Duke's restaurant post flood. I gotta turn in here. I don't know if these guys are gonna give me a hard time. News and the media out here covering it, and you got this excavator out here. You got military police, you got excavators. Good. Well, you can see up ahead, that mountain up there, that whole mountain's gonna give out one day. That's Duke's right there, the Duke's restaurant, completely flooded out. So up ahead, up there's Pacific Coast Highway. It's completely blocked off. You can't get in or out on PCH. It's completely. I think a section of that mountain came down. All right, here we go. I gotta go quick through this little puddle or I'm gonna get stuck. Look at this guy, he don't even know what he's doing. Don't move, boy. Fucking rip. This section of Malibu got hit pretty hard. We came in this morning on Piuma. So this is the exact same road that we're coming in on. We're just going from a different angle. We're just coming in we're going back out, really. That's all it is. But man, all of these mountains, one day they're coming down. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of these cliffs. You'll see it. You'll see it. It's been such a challenge for me to work in these areas really just slows down the process. As you can see, there's people that live in these little canyons, Look at this house, is completely gone. And look at the devastation that took place here. It's just house after house after house, just completely gone. And this is nothing. This tiny little canyon road in Malibu is nothing in comparison to what took place in the Palisades and Altadena. But this is an example of what happens when you don't allocate funds and resources appropriately. This is what happens. They need to spend money on fire mitigation, and prevention. There's a way to do it. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. This happens every year. But now, this time, these wildfires didn't take place in a tiny little town in Northern California called Paradise. They took place in Los Angeles, one of the richest, wealthiest communities in Southern California, called Pacific Palisades. Now it's starting to get attention, right? Really start to get attention once they see the bill, $250 billion bill, and potentially some insurance companies going bankrupt. Unfortunately, that's what has to happen to bring awareness. Tens of thousands of structures need to go up in flames. People need to lose everything. And then all of a sudden, Gavin Newsom will go to Donald Trump and say, "Oh, I need your help. Sorry we put you through all the Russian misinformation and fake news and Russian collusion. Can you bail us out, though? Because the California Fair Plan's insolvent. There's no more money." Which is what's going to happen. It's a struggle driving through here. It ain't easy. Hill's gonna give out one day. Come on, get up. The camera angle doesn't really do it justice, but I'm like going straight up. The truck's struggling right now getting up this hill. I'm pretty loaded down. Road's going to give out one day too. There's going to be a really bad weather event, like a fire, and then it's going to rain really hard for a week, and underneath the road is going to erode out, and then the road's going to give way, and anything below the road is getting washed out. It doesn't matter if it's a house or if it's a cabin or whatever, or a bridge. Everything's going. You just pray to God that you're not on the road when it washes out. devastating this is. And this is the exact reason why insurance companies are pulling out of these regions or these areas. They are very susceptible to wildfire. And then when it rains, they're susceptible to mudslides and rock slides. And one of these big boulders comes rolling down that mountain. There's rocks out there that look like they're bigger than semi-trucks. They look like a school bus rolling down the hill. And this whole mountain gonna come down one day. And these people are building houses alongside the cliff up here. Like that one right up there. You know, it's insanity. This is why insurance companies are leaving. It's too risky. It's not a matter of if the place is going to go up, it's when. And because the insurance companies are leaving, that means banks will no longer be offering mortgages. Property or the house. Look at this guy come ripping down. The bank's not going to lend you money to purchase a house that's uninsurable. So it's going to be a mortgage desert. Mortgages and insurance is unattainable. And then it makes you wonder what's going to happen to property values in these areas. What's going to happen to real estate prices in Malibu and the Palisades and all of the coastal communities throughout the nation, whether it's Louisiana, whether it's Florida, whether it's, you know, Georgia, wherever. I got you. Don't worry, I got you. She don't know what she's doing. She's kind of cute though. Look at there. This is a tree, Pacific Coast tree experts. They're trimming the trees. Got trimming the trees a little too late, bro. If you look down here, property down there completely gone. We're good. Ciao, perro. Hats off to those guys though. They got that big truck in that tiny little road. You know, it's really hard to work up here. These conditions, you got to drive big semi trucks in these tiny little narrow windy roads. And if the problem is if something bad happens to you, there's no cell service, so you better have a walkie-talkie on you or a CB radio or something like that, because there's no service. There's nothing out here, especially now post fire, because all of the cell towers are gone. Oh, I'm sliding right here. These dump trucks they're running long hours. If you're in the dump truck industry, this is the place to be. You're going to be getting a lot of work long time. Just debris removal, making a killing. I heard some of these dump truck drivers, they charge $1,000 a load. I don't know how true that is, but and they're running loads, doing 5 to 10 loads a day. Kind of hard to believe, but it's tight up here, man. All these power lines are down. They have to rebuild all the infrastructure up in these canyons. And you know what? They'll make the same mistake. They'll put the same wooden telephone poles up instead of putting steel or aluminum telephones or whatever. Is this guy right here? You alright? Tree removal. Gavin Newsom. There's the fire department up here on the top of the hill. You see, if you look at the, you can't really see it, but the fire department, what they do is they create a gap, like a fire barrier, right? They make like 30 feet. They remove 30 feet of debris around the fire station. So there's literally, it's really, so, I don't know if literally, but it's really hard for the fire to jump. They try to create a gap. Well, and obviously they're firemen, so they know what they're doing to protect the firehouse. So this is overlooking Malibu Canyon. It's beautiful. Well, it was. I like to bounce around from one topic to the next, but that's just me and that's just who I am, you know. I've always struggled with maintaining my focus on one particular task. You know, I was always that kid in class who couldn't sit still and I couldn't keep my eyes off the girls. I couldn't pay attention. So I could, you know, I can't focus. I've always been more of a physical person. That was my strength. You know, I didn't want to be in a classroom and focus on reading a book. When I was younger, I always wanted to be outside and use my body and my fingers and my hands. It's much more physical. So if I have a tendency to bounce around from one topic to the next, that's why. Oh, she's a cutie too. On the side of a cliff, praying to God that the cliff doesn't come out from under them. I feel bad for these tree trimmers and also the linesmen, the people that work for the Department of Water and Power. They got to climb the poles in all different types of weather. Like I think they're called linemen. Shoo! Talk about a scary job. Talk about scary, right? They'll be busy. They'll be working for long. They got a lot of work ahead of them. They'll be getting a lot of overtime. I hope Donald Trump cuts taxes on overtime. I hope all these people probably hope it too. Guys are gonna be making a killing. This is what happens, though. See that rock right there? Boom! We want that to hit you. This is what happened. Look, you see that guy over there you got the tiny little house on the side of the cliff over there with the white one on the left. Like, hello? I wonder wonder if that guy got insurance. He's probably a multi-millionaire who just self-insures. You know, I don't think a lot of these communities in Topanga Canyon and Malibu Canyon, you know, off of Piuma, I don't think they have access to insurance, to be honest with you. I think they self-insure. Now I'm just, this guy blocking the road. Hold on. Can I go over it? ¿Está bien? Okay, pues. Giving out right here. So again, you know, this is what happens when you don't manage your forest, and Ollie's house did get wrecked. Happens when you don't take care of your land, you don't allocate funds appropriately. You get a $250 billion disaster, and everyone in the nation, whether you believe it or not, is going to pay for it. Insurance premiums around the country will be going up as a result. So if you think, oh, this isn't going to impact you or affect you, you better think again. Because all the insurance money goes into one pot in one pool, right? Somebody's going to pay for this $250 billion disaster. And it's going to be everyone in the United States. Everyone's premiums are going up to bail out California yet again. Complete and total disaster. You know, the remaining houses that are left in these communities, kind of makes you wonder what they're going to have, what the future, you know, holds for them. Are they going to be forced, like this over here to the right? You can't really see it. There's a house right there that didn't get burned down. Will they be forced to sell their home due to the inability to get insurance? And if they are forced to sell, who are they going to sell to? You know, what person? I mean, maybe there are some people that want to buy up here, but I mean, if you're unable to access insurance, you better be extremely wealthy. And if you are extremely wealthy, I don't know if you want to live here. You probably want to live on the beach. Living on the beach is way better than living up here. Look, that's the house that I dropped off rebar to for the past 5 years. It's still standing though. Good for him. That guy's had nothing but problems building that house. Look at this road's gonna give out one day too. It sucks driving up here. It's such a challenge. It's dangerous. But it's the views in the springtime when all of this soot and debris is gone, like, whoo, it's spectacular. It's so beautiful up here in the springtime when everything's in bloom. You'll see all different types of colors. You'll see purples and yellows and reds and greens. It's beautiful. What's this guy doing? Oh, they're running the power line. All right. here probably for a little while. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of what it's like to work up here in these canyons and show you a little bit of a different perspective coming up from Pacific Coast Highway onto Piuma Road. Okay, this guy's telling me to come up. You're good? Thanks, brother. I got you. Alright guys, well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. It's about a 25-minute video. I just wanted to show you from this perspective what things look like. Alright, so until next time guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, you guys have a great day. And thank you to everyone who's been checking out my channel. I really appreciate it. All of the wonderful comments and all of the people subscribing, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know, and if anything does, you know, if this channel grows as a result of me filming, it would be my honor and privilege and a great accomplishment of mine. It really would, to help in some way, shape, or form, you know, create a charity or GoFundMe or do something to help these people who need it. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done it before, but that would be super cool and a wonderful accomplishment of mine, and I'd be really proud of that. So again, thank you to all of the subscribers and people who watch my videos. I really appreciate it, all right? Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later.